Hey, what's up? How's it going, kings and queens? Welcome back to some more WWE 2K25's My Factions. Today we're going over a new pack in Season 2 here of the mode, and it's the Sinisters pack. This one has some of the most, I would say, spooky, creepy, downright monstrous, and extreme wrestlers in this one, as you can see right here. First things first, like we always do, we're going to jump into live events and see what it has to offer for this new collection, plus a huge amount of goodies we're going to be able to get this week, and you have a lot of time to get the ones I'm going to be talking about, but the ones for this collection, of course, you're going to have until the end of the week, so you'll see. But let's just jump into live events. We might as well cover this one right now. We have the Encore for the WrestleMania set right here. This one I think is for the Volume 2 of the Kofi Kingston and the Kairi Sane. This will give you the Maxine Dupree and Chad Gabriel 16 Persona rewards. Both of them will give you these packs, so make sure you redo them again if you have them. If not, and you was getting them for the challenges, you have another chance. So that's not bad. And I just wanted to add there as a note that this Maxine Dupree is actually an interesting female wrestler that I think you guys might like and enjoy. She has some things that makes her actually usable. Next on the list is the Superstar of the Month. You only got a couple of days to finish this up, and I know you guys already have, like I have here, and you already unlocked the CM Punk, which is, I think, the second Persona. We're probably going to get a third one for this, as many others is definitely going to get, like Kurt Angle's, but we're not there yet. I did get somebody on the channel, thank you, shout out to him. I tried it right after you sent the message, and you're right, this match was very easy. I would say let them beat each other up and waste each other's resiliency. Work on the limbs if you get the chance. It might take you 1 or 2 attempts, but it's not that hard, and you'll get through it with no problems. The Seth Rollins card is decent and usable, so you shouldn't definitely have a problem getting this one. Alright, we have the 4x4 challenges that just got added to the mode here. We've seen it on the list of the scheduled events that was coming up, and this one is a doozy. Now, you're going to be collecting a couple of cards here, especially, yes, you're going to be probably, hopefully, trying to pull these out of packs, and if you don't, you might not be able to, but there is another way. So while we're here, we might as well go over what you'll get. Right here are the rewards of the female wrestlers. Think of these as the upgrades of the 4 that you had to collect from the Superstar Series 2 packs that just came out for Season 2. And then we have the men right here, and if we check, you could see they have nice upgrades to their cards, and you're going to need these for challenges as well. They follow up to the next ultimate challenges that will give you greater rewards. I will say these rubies are just for those other rewards. Most of them are not the greatest. And just like I said, the reward rubies that you definitely need for these challenges, they're going to be required for this one, and it's a Bronson Reed amethyst. Yes, they're giving out, I think, almost 6 different amethyst cards for the week. 2 of them, of course, are going to be premium, but the 4 in this mode I think is very interesting to get. Matter of fact, it's, I think, 7 if I'm not mistaken, because we got Jake the Snake Roberts there, which is required, and we have Femi, which was required for last week. If you guys got this card, then you're going to be on easy street, because you're going to be 1 less card required to do this challenge here. And it also comes with a bunch of pack rewards, so if you didn't get the Demastered from last week, you have more chances. Plus a little bit of tokens and an MFP there, with the bonus pack, of course, giving some tickets that I don't really care for. But we might as well look over the Bronson Reed real quick. And as you can see, he is a powerhouse. Most of his stats right here, you're going to see are up to 81 to 86. They're in the range of what he does best. And I kind of like that when it comes to the bigger guys, because They hit really hard. And at the end here, you see the special and the finisher at an 81 to 86. Balanced. His dive bomber is a high tier. He has a sting like a bee and a pain train for the running. Slippery eel to help. Matter of fact, what in the world is this pin escape? It's 86. That's not bad. And he has resiliency. I think they all have resiliency. So that's going to be good for you online players too. And next we have the other challenges that requires you to have the women here. And as you can see, next to the Femi, you was able to get the Roxanne. So if you got both of them, you're in luck of probably intentionally completing these challenges, because all you're going to need is Natalya and Asuka for this Undertaker right here. He is a giant, of course, and I will say out of the two Undertakers, yes, not to spoil anything, but yes, you're going to get two this week, and this one is the best one. The second one that I looked at kind of made me laugh, and you'll see why in a few minutes. But as you can also see at the top, his grapple offense is 82. Body durability, he has 87. He has a couple 87s there with that pin escape. Nice, you love to see that. And most of the other stats are a tad bit low, but he is a giant, so he's going to have some defense for you to do what you can at the beginning. And his special finisher and recovery is a 77. Not the greatest, but you can put some side plates to help that. His badges, he has a staying and heavy combo, with the heavy being a higher tier. Awesome. Born to Fly is there. I don't know how that's going to work, considering that, wait, does he have a special on the turnbuckle? Because giants can't get on the turnbuckle, right? I've never tested it, so I don't know. Just somebody let me know. And he also has Pain Train, Dive Bomber, and Slippery Eel with Resiliency. I will say this is the cooler Undertaker. And next we have the third Ultimate Challenge here of the week. That's going to have you require the other 3 ruby cards of the set that you had to basically get. And this is going to give you Braun Strowman. This one I'm surprised he's not a giant, but he's a powerhouse. Of course he has stats that help with this. I see a couple of 85s. He has a 90 in the power submission offense. I'm pretty sure you guys can take advantage of that. And his power submission defense is a 95. Pin escape is a 90. Wow, that's insane. And his special is a 79, with the finisher being 85. The badges, though, they could have gave him something a little better. He has Demolition Man, Pain Train at a higher tier, with Sting Like a Bee, and Second Wind with Resiliency. Decent, maybe next to the Bronson. And finally, one of the 2 personas you can get this week besides the CM Punk one, making it 3. It's the Elite action figure Jimmy Uso, next to Jay, which was a pre-order. I don't know if they have an entrance together, but that would be really cool. And if they don't, you can always recreate the original one that they had with these 2. This one's going to have you required to have the Mia Chen, and I think she was the reward for last week's Demastered. So if you got that one, you're in luck here, so that's cool. And then it's just going to require you to have the last 2 of the female wrestlers to do this one. Let's look over his card real quick. I notice he has a couple of 81s, but at the end of the day, we're not here for, I guess, this card to be great, unless it is. And what I see, it's not. Yeah, this is a couple 81s, especially for the finisher and special. We're here for that persona. He has Swiftness, Sting Like a Bee, Slippery Eel, Rebel Rouser's cool, Going In Hot is great. That's not bad with the Resiliency. So a decent card. The Undertaker out of the 4 I think is the best still. And last but not least, on the list of new events, we have the Sinister challenges that you can partake in if you have 1 female wrestler and male wrestler. That'll give you some good amount of MFP there to help with your collection of saving. And we have the boss battle. This one's going to have you require the Sandman in order to get Jake the Snake Roberts for those other challenges, of course. And this one's going to give you Superstar Series 2 packs and a 1, a base Sinister pack, which is not bad. It kind of helps, you know, if you didn't get everything. Alright, so I see he has a bunch of 81s as well. It's the J. They kind of look similar to me. I don't like that 2K, but we're just going to go with it. At least his finisher is at 86, so it's a little bit better. He has a Sting, All the Answers, Always See It Coming, Rebel Rouser, and Slippery Eel. Now, if he had Heavy and Going in Hot, this would be an interesting Jake the Snake Roberts card with that resiliency. Alright guys, it's time to check out the cards. We only have 2 today, like we always do. We always go over the best ones in the pack, and we'll just figure out what we get down the line with the others, if we need to use them or not. I doubt it, but the only one we do need to use is the Sandman. Also wanted to say RIP and happy birthday to the Fiend Bray Wyatt. We miss you. You was always awesome, and yeah, just great. And I love how last Friday the Wyatt 6 came back just to, you know, blow out that candle for him. So shout out to him again. The first guy we're gonna go over here is the Undertaker. This is the second one you can get for the week, and I will say most of the stats as you could see right here are 79 and 77. I guess 2K kind of got bored with this one, because I'm not gonna go completely all the way down. I'm just gonna show you the badges and the payback, and then we'll come back to the stats. Trust me, when you see it, it's gonna make you laugh like it made me. He has Be Repellent, Heavy Hand with the Sting combo. It's cool, but you know, he needs something else with that. Locomotion's fine, Second Wind, and then he has Blackout. This one doesn't sadly have resiliency. So let's go back to the abilities.
You serious?
You see that, guys? Do you see what I'm looking at? This is a repeat of the Dominic, I think, Galaxy Opal from last year. What am I gonna do with stats like that? I can see if this is maybe on the Giant card, but what? Please, somebody explain to me if this is like some mistake, or can you still hit somebody pretty hard with this special and finisher? Because that is not something I want. And last but not least, before we look at the reward of this collection, we have Kane. Now, out of the 2 here, I will say this Kane is really cool because he's a giant. You would have thought the other Undertaker would have been a giant as well, but no. Also, this Kane has a special move that comes off the top rope, if I'm not mistaken. Again, let me know if giants can climb. I doubt it. He has the 85s in a couple of spots, as you can see. Alright, let's go down. A lot of 80s there. His strength is a 90. Whoa, okay. 80 with the Pen Escape. And the specials up there as well, with the finisher being an 85. So I guess giants usually have lower stats, but they're really high in things that they can do. He does have the Sting and Heavy, which I like. He has Wet Blanket, so he can keep you at bay, basically from stopping you from hitting the finisher or special. Demolition Man and Rage. If he had Going in Hot with maybe something else there to help him, oh man, this card would be awesome. And yes, this has resiliency. I do like this one. And last but not least, of the premiums, the reward, Alexa Bliss Persona 2025. It might not say it on the card, but if you go back to the menu and you go to managers, you could sneakily see what the question mark characters are. In the regular select screen, they don't show it, but if you go to managers, they show everything. It says 25. This Alexa Bliss is a striker, of course. Her diving range is a 93. Jesus. Okay. She has a couple of 77s all over the place. And she has a 82 in the diving reversal and technical submission defense. Her stamina is up there as well with the movement speed and agility, so she's going to be a little bit fast. Special and finisher is also at 82, so they made her a little balanced there. Nice. Badges, Anaconda, okay. Be Repellent, Always See It Coming, Second Wind, and Rage. Not the greatest of badges, but again, I think we're just here for that persona and the resiliency. Also, just wanted to let everybody know these are the second tier rewards for the Series 2 Superstars of the base cards, because that's literally what they are. You're not getting that much, but anything kind of helps at any time you can get them, especially if you can collect them all. And speaking of collecting them all, the card market got an update. So if we fail to pull the cards we need from the packs today, I can come in here and spend most of the MFP we have up there, which I have a lot of, and do the challenges. So 2K was thinking ahead this time, and thanks for that, because it helps the rest of us, and it's like looking out for the community, and you love to see stuff like that. So if you want any of the smaller rewards, you could just come in here and buy them. There's no problem, and you could probably finish the Series 2 without any hiccups or headaches. Alright guys, it's time to get Sinister in here as we open up some packs. You ready? Because there's no 20 box. And I just noticed the 10 deluxe. Oh my god, look at the price. They did it to us again. I knew this was coming. I told you guys. No bonus in the 10 box we usually go for. The price is jacked. So I'm gonna have to get them separately. We're probably not gonna be able to get too much of this. So I'm definitely gonna have to sprinkle some of my MFP on this. Well, let me just get these and we'll start it up. Man, these packs are spooky with that price. And again, it's not even Halloween, so take that, holidays. I used a little bit of my MFP just to get a little extra. I don't think we're getting everything, so here's hoping, everybody, if we can get that Sandman at least. Right off the bat, we got one of the base ones, of course. It's Chad Gabriel. Nice. Okay, we got the Sandman, so we could do the rest of those regular challenges. I keep forgetting to just click all so we can get through this quickly for you guys. And we got Scarlet for the female challenge. I'll take that. I didn't want to see a dupe. We got Bray Wyatt. Awesome. Oh wow, we got two. Please be Kane. I do not want that Undertaker right now. Nia Jax. Okay. Please, please 2K. The 2K gods. Slow Chemicals, yes. Oh, you love to see it. Thank you. Even though I didn't want to dupe there, but I'll take the MFP. At least we get back to where we are. And the Odysseys are still popping up, so we're on the final one here. And we got the Boogeyman this time. Alright, so I just wanted to show the ones we got here from the base real quick. Just a reminder, any new packs that come out, these are the cards you're going to be pulling from that. So for those that are just getting the free ones, fret not, you have a good month to complete these. Or if you have the MFP, you could just buy them and do them now, like I already said. And the Sinister collection, as you could see, we're missing 3 of the ones I think we need for Alexa Bliss, which is the Undertaker, and I think Karrion Kross, and the Dexter Lumis, or is it Solo? It's one of those two. I'm not too sure, but I'm happy for getting that Kane. I'm definitely going to probably use them in some challenges if I can. So if you guys enjoyed this one and it was informative to you, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And also, I'm going to leave the links to the other videos down in the description and the playlist, so you don't miss out on that. Or if you missed it, you can go back and see what we did on that. Have a good day and peace, wrestling fans.